Okay, so I'd like to cover one last thing on point of view, and that is multiple point of view. Multiple point of view does not mean that you can just bounce around from any point of view you want. Multiple point of view means you're going to have more than one point of view character. Now the thing that you need to keep in mind, though, if you're going to write multiple point of view, is that you need to switch point of views from scenes or chapters. And you don't need to give equal time to all of the point of view characters, but you want to enter into some sort of rhythm with them. That is, you can either switch regularly. Let's say you have Tom, Jack, and Kim. Then you want to switch between Tom, Jack, and Tim regularly. Now you can do that. You can do that like, let's say first scene is Kim, second scene's Tom, third scene's Jack, or first chapter's Kim, second chapter's Tom, third chapter's Jack, and then it just continues that pattern throughout the entire thing. One example of this is, I think it follows the pattern through the whole novel. It might switch it up a little bit, but Swan Song by Robert McCammon. So Swan Song follows 3 point of view characters, and it switches regularly between them. Boom, 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 and it does it through chapters. So you have to decide whether you want to do it through chapters or through scenes. Either way is fine, but what you don't want to do is switch point of view characters during paragraphs. You want to do it during scenes or chapters. If you want to just switch if for some reason your story demands that you just switch point of views from paragraph to paragraph, or even within the same paragraph, then you want to write an omniscient point of view. Omniscient point of view means pretty much you can write anything. You can talk to the reader as the author. You can share information that nobody else knows. You can jump from character head to character head. The problem with this is it's difficult to write well. It is the most difficult point of view to write in. But not only that, it removes the reader way far away from everything. And it's going to be difficult to pull the character in, to pull the reader in. And I think an example of someone who kind of uses a very limited omniscient point of view is sometimes Stephen King. Although it's technically multiple third person, he borderlines a lot. He uses a lot of omniscient narrating techniques where he'll describe things that no character can know. Like in Stephen King's It, he describes the boat going down through the storm drains, and it's like, who knows that? No one followed the boat. No main character knows that. So he kind of uses that in sometimes. Another one is Frank Herbert in Dune. Frank Herbert in Dune, he really does kind of follow the multiple third person, except he will switch points of view without switching scenes. But he really flows it nice, one into the other, and sticks with it for enough time. He usually only maybe switches 3 times in a scene, or as he's doing a scene, he'll flow from one character to the other character. He won't bounce around. If you bounce around characters' heads a lot, you really have to write it in a certain technique that won't make the reader go, huh? What the hell is happening here? And it's kind of hard to pull off well, and you're going to distance your reader. And I just don't know why you want to do that unless you're writing a certain kind of novel, and very few novels will benefit from omniscient point of view. So keep in mind when you're doing multiple point of view that you really want to, and if you want to get published multiple point of view, you don't want to do omniscient point of view really. But nonetheless, switch regularly between your point of view characters. If a character stays off screen for a really long time, or what I mean by off screen is it's Kim's still on screen, but it's always through Jack's point of view, that's not a good thing. So if Kim has point of view in the story, you want to give her time, her point of view once in a while. So you want to write a scene once in a while from her point of view. You don't have to follow the strict rule of switching between them regularly, like a pattern, Kim, Tom, Jack, Kim, Tom, Jack. It could be like Kim, Tom, Jack, Jack, Kim, Tom. But you want to make sure that they all get some time. It doesn't have to be equal time, but they need to come, their point of view needs to come up once in a while. So that's just something to keep in mind when writing multiple point of view. The same rules apply when writing multiple point of view. You can't share information that the point of view character doesn't know. So if this particular scene is from Jack's point of view, you can't share Kim's thoughts. because it's Jack's point of view. You only can share Jack's thoughts on things. You can't share something that only Kim knows about another character. Let's say Tom and Kim dated. Jack doesn't know this. Only Kim and Tom know this. Then you can't say anything about Jack and Tom dating because Jack doesn't know it, and Jack's the point of view character. So you have to keep that in mind, and it's easy to forget when writing a point of view, when writing multiple point of views, that oh yeah, that's right, Jack doesn't know that Kim and Tom have dated before, so I can't mention that in my narration. But you want to build Kim and Tom more. You want the information to be known. Then write that scene from one of their point of views, or stop the scene. Kind of like you can have a scene, but sort of stop the scene, and then you're writing a new scene technically, but it's kind of still the same scene. The scene hasn't really ended, but if you do it in such a way where now you're writing a different point of view, it's as if you're writing a new scene, but now it's from this person's point of view, and then you can share that thing. I'm actually trying this technique in my my new novel Psyvamp, and I'm not sure if it's working or not. I mean, it's definitely not confusing, but I don't know if it's working. I might want to just write. I do it in such a way that it is kind of switching. Anyway, I'm only did it in the beginning because I thought it was kind of a cool way to introduce the characters, but I'm gonna go back to just switching the scenes and point of view characters from scene to scene or chapter to chapter. So that's really all I have to say on point of view right now.